Comrades and friends, as we welcome 2025, let us reflect on what we have accomplished in 2024, and more importantly, let us look forward to what lies ahead. This past year has been one of notable victories, hard lessons, and renewed determination to fight for a better Barbados. One of our most significant achievements in 2024 was the introduction and eventual passage of the Labour Clauses Concessions Act in both Houses of Parliament. This legislation, which was first raised by the BWU during a social partnership meeting, now ensures that companies benefiting from government concessions must meet their obligations to their workers. This was a pivotal moment for the hotel sector in particular, where far too often profits have been prioritized over people. This act is a step forward to ensuring that investments into our country bring social returns, not just financial ones. However, investments alone are not enough. Take Sandals Barbados, one of our country's largest investors, but also sadly, one of our biggest disappointments during the year under review. While we welcome their contributions to our tourism sector, their treatment of workers leaves much to be desired. Over the years, Sandals has demonstrated a pattern of behavior that undermines the dignity of their employees. We cannot and we will not allow this to continue. Investment should improve the lives of Barbadians, not just enrich the pockets of a select few. People have to live in this country. The same can be said for KFC Barbados. Here is a company that continues to profit immensely from the support of Barbadians, but refuses to honor its commitments to workers in this country. Imagine this. They had been deducting union dues from employees, but failing to pay the money over to the Barbados Workers Union. They only pay over what is owed when we threaten to make it public. We wrote them during the year under review, and they brought themselves up to date, but yet again find themselves owing this union 6 months of outstanding monies, taken from workers' wages but not paid over. We have it on good authority as well that they have neglected their obligations to the Barbados Revenue Authority and the National Insurance Scheme. This is the public's money, yet they are boldly constructing a new location in St. Philip. This is a sad, sad situation. Situations like these shouldn't carry into 2025. Our institutions must do better to call them out. Because Bajans like fried chicken, KFC must not be allowed to think that they can ram that and anything else down our throats. No, these are not the only bad examples, but today, these are the ones we call out and commit to calling out others in the new year to arrest their bad business practices. This is why we are saying to Barbadians, bet who bet you. Support those who support you. Too often companies are emboldened to continue treating workers poorly because we as workers and we as consumers give them the capital and comfort to do so. Let me break it down. Every time we knowingly support these companies, despite their blatant disregard for workers, we are undermining the work of the workers themselves at these companies and their families. These businesses then turn around and say, well, people still supporting us, so they must be all right with what we're doing. We cannot allow this to continue. 2025 must mean more. It must mean standing up for what is right. It must mean refusing to give our money to companies that exploit and mistreat workers in Barbados. It must mean holding businesses accountable for their actions. Barbados, we must want better, not just for ourselves, but for our families, your neighbors, and for the future of this country. The Barbados Workers Union will continue to fight for you. But we need you to stand with us. Unity is strength. And when we stand together, we are unstoppable. This year, we made tremendous strides. We shone a spotlight on retail workers during our Founders Day bus ride, traveling across the island to hear their concerns and better advocate for them. We secured major victories for workers, including BWU and the Barbados Oil Company, ensuring fair treatment and improved working conditions. Our Frank Walcott Labour College expanded its offerings and partnered with the National Transformation Initiative, granting members access to even more educational opportunities. We celebrated the 45th anniversary of our radio program, Workers' Viewpoint, which has educated and empowered workers for decades. And again, we salute Starcom for this partnership. We successfully pushed for the payment of outstanding severance for workers in the sugar industry and secured long overdue funds for our members at the University of the West Indies. Moreover, we are pleased that the Barbados Hotel Tourism Association and the BWU has signed off an agreement marking a significant victory for workers in the hotel and tourism sector. But yet, there is still so much more to be done. The Barbados Workers Union has consistently called for an increase in the national minimum wage, including in the House of Parliament. We've been calling for a figure that reflects a true living wage, and we will not relent on this. Every worker in Barbados deserves the dignity of earning a fair wage that allows him or her to provide for themselves and for their families. So as we step into 2025, let us carry the lessons of 2024 with us. Let us demand from our employers, from our government, and from ourselves more. Let us move with purpose, determination, and unity. Together, we can create a Barbados where workers are valued, respected, and treated with the dignity they deserve. On behalf of the Executive Council and staff of the Barbados Workers Union, I wish you a prosperous new year filled with hope, courage, and collective strength. Let us make 2025 the year we stand up, the year we stand together and stand strong. Unity is strength. From us here at the Barbados Workers Union, Happy New Year. Bet who bet you.